The day I returned home from Japan, I broke up with my girlfriend. I spent the entire 3 week trip feeling sad and scared and extremely confused. And I was there with a friend who was having boy problems and experiencing all of those things as well. The trip overall was wonderful, despite the melancholic undercurrent that flowed through it. And that girl I broke up with, I ended up marrying, so it all turned out okay. In late 2019, we booked a holiday to Japan for the following March, in order to have a corrective emotional experience with the country. We recognised it would be the final opportunity we had to go on an international trip for many years to come. But that was just due to life plans. COVID-19 did not yet even exist. A week before our departure date, the WHO declared the coronavirus outbreak a worldwide pandemic. And on the day we were meant to be flying out of the country, Australia closed their international borders. Naturally, we were saddened to not enjoy the privilege that is overseas travel. I was really looking forward to making new memories with my wife and reforming old associations with the country. But one thing in particular that I was really looking forward to was visiting some Tokyo record stores to try and find something by my favourite band. Fishmans have become the internet's favourite underground secret. Forming in Tokyo in 1987, the band quickly built a loyal fanbase in Japan, until their dissolution in 1999 following the death of lead singer Shinji Sato. The story of Fishmans went virtually unheard outside of the country until the mid-2010s, when online music forums and blogs started to pick up on two of their albums. Long Season, the 35-minute single song of an album, and 98-12-28 Otokotachi no Wakare, Farewell to a Man, a recording of the band's Goliath final live show before Sato's death. These two albums have quickly ascended to the canon of good music taste on the internet. Long Season is currently the 40th highest ranked album on Radio Music ever, and 98-12-28 is the #1 live album on the website. But Fishmans are so much more than just this pair of albums. They were considerably prolific across their rather short life together, releasing 7 albums, an EP, 3 live albums, and 1 live-ish album in a span of only 8 years. All the more impressive is how experimental Fishmans were in this time, gradually morphing their sound from fairly standard reggae and rocksteady into a progressive dream pop jam band, by the way of funk rock and psychedelic dub. They exhibited an incredibly diverse range of sound across their catalogue, from the dreamy, laid-back grooves that typify their later work, to the bombastic energy found in their early and mid-90s output. Fishmans happily glided between genres. Every album surprises you with new directions and experiments. They were constantly reinventing themselves and reinvigorating their old tunes with new versions. It's near impossible to find 2 performances of the same song that sound exactly alike. I immediately knew that Fishmans were going to be an incredibly special band to me, and their secret is one I have delighted in sharing with others. Stumbling across people who are already fans of the band is, to borrow a line from Milan Kundera in The Unbearable Lightness of Being, the emblem of a secret brotherhood. It's like I've found a kindred spirit, someone who just gets it, like I do. But meeting others who are into this obscure 90s Japanese dream reggae jam band is obviously quite rare. Despite their recent boom in popularity, they are still ultimately an underground secret. While more of the band's story is slowly being uncovered over time, information is still relatively scarce, and what is out there is in Japanese. This, combined with their short life together, means that Fishmans can sometimes feel quite ephemeral and fleeting to a fan, almost intangible. This is why I was so looking forward to going to Japan, visiting Tower Records in Shibuya, and just trying to find something of Fishmans. Anything, a CD, a vinyl, a cassette, a shirt, a poster, whatever. I just desired something that would make them feel more real to me. Something that could represent my love for the band. More than just a souvenir, but an emblem of the secret brotherhood to which I belong. I never got to have that experience crate digging for Fishmans in Japan, at least not yet. And I still don't have my emblem. I suppose this video is in part me attempting to make that emblem for myself, trying to create something into existence to solidify my love, something that may connect me with other members of the Secret Brotherhood. But one way that I have been able to recreate that missed experience during COVID is just diving deeper into their rabbit hole of a discography, exploring their back catalogue on Spotify, discovering bootlegs in the comments section of YouTube videos, and venturing into the afterlife of the band. Fishmans encourage you to dig deeper into their work purely by being such a wonderfully creative and inventive band who constantly experimented with their formula and never repeated themselves. Despite existing for only a decade, Fishmans feel infinite to me, like I could continue to discover new music by them for the rest of my life. Fishmans is my forever band, and the joy of discovering and sharing them has helped me to get through a time of great isolation, instability, and anxiety. They've provided a certain solace for me throughout this global health crisis, and I'm sure they will continue to for a long time to come.